It's a great privilege always to be here as a member of the audience and the wonderful arrangement of other friends who have arrived. But it's also an enormous honor to be asked to stand in for that glorious woman who is the minister here, the Reverend Kathy Zavado. Incredible woman. And I've been spending this week, because of what she said last week, those of you who were here, you heard Jesus' first inaugural speech, having been elected president of the United States. But so I've been playing with that all week. I had a friend who said, well, you should imitate Rachel Maddow and do the first 100 days of Jesus' presidencies. And then I was thinking, okay, so who's his cabinet? Who's he going to invite to be? And I thought, well, okay, so, you know, death has no meaning with Jesus as a president, of course. So I thought, well, okay, so Mother Teresa, what's she going to do? And so have you all been playing with that idea too, those of you who heard that wonderful sermon, the first inaugural address? Anyway, and so this morning I was thinking, how did we come to vote for him? Because remember, she said he came back, he was welcomed, he was nominated for president, and he won. Okay, in her beautiful meditations for several weeks with the sense of Jesus. And so I think we should all just ponder that. How did he get our vote? What did he say? What did he do? How did we meet him? What was that? And it's not just, there's a lovely thing, the difference between imagination that's fantasy and productive imagination. And this would be productive imagination because we would sensing that presence in our world today. So isn't that give you a sense of joy? Yeah, the first handshake, okay? The first speech you heard him give, you know, when he was running for president. How he got nominated, how he got elected, all of that. So it's just a kind of making a new world in our own hearts that will make this world easier and more beautiful and more exciting to live in. Is that accurate or not? Okay, thank you. You are so wonderful. Thank you, Amazawa. I'm just crawling out here. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, and thank you all for being here today, and thank these wonderful people over here for being here today. We're going to take a ride on the River of Joy. Is that all right? Yes. Okay. So, the first thing is to realize that the boat itself on the river is joy. Now, this is a long story, so you have to put up with it. 25 years ago at Jean's Mystery School in New York, she was working with the principle of the Italian sense of abbondanza and of wild joy and aliveness in the world. And she said to me as we were driving back to her home afterwards, why is it that we spend so much longer with the bad things and so little in abbondanza, in joy, in delight, in wonder? What is that? And then she said, by next month, you will have created a philosophy of joy. Well, you take one of her assignments quite seriously, at least I did. And so I went to work. Not exactly the right way to approach joy is work. Okay, so what's going on in the brain? Why do we have to hold on to, and so I went back to the 100,000-year-old nervous system. Okay, did a lot of study on pain and what that was and what was all that about. And I was getting nearly frantic when I happened to pick up a book by Andrew Harvey, bless his heart, and somewhere in there he said, I saw these words, from joy, all beings have come. Let's say that together. It's a wonderful phrase. From joy, all beings have come. In joy, all beings are sustained. Got that part? You are sustained if you live in joy. In joy, all beings are sustained. To joy, all beings return. Got that? To joy, all beings return. So that got me started, but I was still a little shy on philosophy, right? It's not exactly my strong point. So I was on the phone, one of those huge low phones, this was a long time ago, to my oldest friend, driving up to Jean's house from my house, which is about 15 minutes. And I said, I've got this assignment and I haven't got it. And my dear friend Jody said, by the time you get to Jean's house, you will have what you need. Because the great being that you serve, the great feminine force that you love, will give you the news of what you need. And indeed, by the time I got to Jean's house, there was an 8-fold path, a circular path, and it felt like a lotus blossom. And you step on one petal and it wakes up all the rest. And then I realized, okay, so I started working with the 8, and then I thought there's one missing. It's a lotus, but it has to have a root. It has to go down into the soil and into the waters. So that one therefore became a 9-fold path. Okay, so that was that part I had. So then I went wondering, where did that beautiful statement, from joy all beings, where did it come from? So I went looking for the Taittiriya Upanishad. That's where it comes from. And those of us, we're in unity, so we're going to be talking about an Upanishad. So I'm going to ask you to imagine, and the word Upanishad, I just looked it up again this morning, means to sit near to and listen. Okay? So we're going to imagine this one. This one is a request by the child, the son of Varuna, and that is the god of the heavens in Hindu understanding, and more recently, and it's useful for us in Ashland, Oregon, is the god of rain and moisture. So, but he's the one, and his son is wanting to know, what is the nature of Brahman? What is the nature of all in all? So, we're going to draw near, we're going to listen, and I'm going to ask you, what is the nature of the one? What is that nature? Love. Okay, so here we go. Love is a beautiful one. From love, all beings have come. From love, all beings have come. In love, all beings are sustained.
In love, all beings are sustained.
To love, all beings return. Got that? So that's part of it. You're right. Okay, what else? What else is in, because believe me, the all in all is everything. So what else is in the all in all? What? Life force, absolutely. Okay, and as a matter of fact, in the ancient writings, which was like 2,600 years old, in the ancient thing, the life force is pranamaya, okay? And that's the breath, all of that. So you got exactly what's in the actual original of the Taittiriya Upanishad. The first thing, and I've always loved this, the first thing is food. And by that they mean the body. Everything about the body. From food, all beings have come. Through food, all beings are sustained. To food, this is kind of interesting. When we go into the oneness, we're back to some kind of sustaining power. Isn't that fun? To think of that. Okay, so what else is there? Well, the life force is the pranayama, that's for sure. From the life force, all beings have come. In the life force, all beings are sustained. That's our breath, that's how it goes. To the life force, all beings return. Okay, perfect. All right, so yes, sweet. Okay, yes, thank you. From the Divine Mother, all beings have come. In the Divine Mother, all beings are sustained. To the Divine Mother, all beings return. Got that? So actually in the Taittiriya Upanishad, the first one is the body. Okay, they call them koshas. And they translate it as sheathing. But the truth is that they're not separate. I mean, they are separate, but they're permeable. Okay, so the first one is the physical form, our bodies, and then the second one is the prana, is the breath, the life force. The third one is the mind. Okay, from the mind of all being. we come, we're sustained by it, and we return to it. And the fourth one is the heart intellect, the heart wisdom. So from wisdom, you see, they're talking about the all, in which there is nothing that is not, right? But in wisdom, from heart wisdom, all beings have come. In heart wisdom, all beings are sustained. To heart wisdom, all beings return. But the highest teaching and the absolute core of Brahman, of the all, in the Ein Sof in Hebrew understanding, the endless power and beauty and glory and light and divine mother and father and all the rest of it put together. But the highest teaching is that in joy, all beings have from joy, all beings have come. From joy, all beings have come. In joy, all beings are sustained. To joy, all beings return. Now, how does that make you feel? Yeah, right. And it's translated sometimes, as you know, in the Hindu language, it's bliss, happiness, all of those things. And so it is the absolute core of ourselves, and it is the core as Atman, and it is the core of the all in all, is that place, the absolute center of it, is that sense of joy. So would you mind just closing your eyes for just a moment and thinking of those words, from joy all beings have come. In joy all beings are sustained. To joy all beings return. This is the highest teaching. This is the highest teaching. That's what they say in the Upanishad. So if you will allow me then to talk a little bit about the path that I was given by the Great Mother. Now, I want to honor this. I was just given this from friends who are traveling the world as the heart and home for humanity and honoring it with ceremonial things. But this comes from the first women's college in India. And one of the friends who's traveling, her mother attended it and taught there. So, yay to women's colleges. And because I'm talking, the origin of the work we're working with today is from India. So the first thing I would like you to think about as we embark on this brief journey on the river of joy is, what are the sources of your joy? Because that's what's going to build the boat. So would you think for just a minute, the sources of your joy? What gives you joy? Where is the joy everlasting to be found? So what is the joy? Laughter. Okay, so your boat's got lots of laughter in it. All right, good. Happiness, yes. And where does it come from? What brings you happiness? What brings you laughter?
The waking of the heart.
Okay, so it's heart's laughter, the heart smiling, okay. And for you, the happiness comes from? Within. Aha! All right. So we're going to ride on a river of joy. All right. On a boat of joy. Can you imagine that for just a minute? How that would feel, and what kind of river is it? Because we have such beautiful rivers in our country here. So which river are you going to endow with a sense of absolute joy? Especially think of it in the wildness of spring, with all the wonders that it carries in the beauty of spring. Yeah, without a dam on it, right, yes, and the salmon swimming and all of that. So that gives you joy to just think of, to imagine it, all right. And there are 9, or after sourcing comes one called beliefs, joyful beliefs. What can you believe about joy, and how can you practice your belief about joy? Anybody got a thought about that? Infectious. Oh, nice. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Life, purpose, passion. Yes, it does. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. And then the next will be, so if you will, from your boat of joy, of sourcing and joy, would you just wave at joyful beliefs and feel how it is that the river's beauty is bringing you a sense of believing in joy and believing in springtime, just to wave at all that wonder. Yeah, what you can believe. And then the next thing that the great lady gave me turned into a calendar. So that becomes 365 days of practicing. It's an easy way to practice joy. So the next petal on the great lotus that is this whole sense of what joy is joyful awareness. Awareness. So just to go, as you're traveling on this happiness boat, on this happy river, on this joyful river, what do you become aware of as far as joy is concerned? Say again. Life can be trusted. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, so we relax into that. Anything else that you want to add to the awareness of joy as you float along?
Joyful laughter bubbling up.
Joyful laughter bubbling up. Yes, good. Okay. Oh, beauty's everywhere. Yes, thank you. Yeah. And does that feed your joy? The beauty adds to joy, doesn't it? And it's created through joy, I think. So thank you, Anushawa. Oh, yeah, doesn't that feel good? On a boat of your own happiness? on a river of your own happiness? Okay. I'm losing all the men.
All living things. Connection to all living things.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous. So let's just float on that for a few moments. The happiness of that. And the one I'm also, because this is the month that is approaching us, we have 9 months of 40 days each in this joy calendar. And we're approaching the month of, as it was given to me, called acceptance and acknowledgement. And what's beautiful about that is that it grows joy. So here's the request. Can you, as you're floating on this river of joy, find something that you want to drink in, that you literally take into your body. And that's what I mean by acceptance. Acceptance. What is it that you want to take in? And what I'm going to ask you to do is, when you find it, would you turn to somebody near you and say what it is, what you're drinking, what joyful thing you're drinking in. Is it beauty? Is it music? Is it wonder? What joyful thing are you? And turn to somebody, because this is how you grow joy, okay? By acknowledging it. You drink it in and notice how it feels, and then you tell somebody, even if it's just the ones who are listening in the open world. So yeah, just tell somebody, say the words. And then, yeah, okay, and then what happens? Okay, so then you tell the friend, okay, and did you hear? And did you hear? Okay, so then you drink in what you heard. Okay, you drink in what you heard from your friend, okay, and then you acknowledge that you drank it in. You see how you're growing it? You're making it more. So thank you for that. And so you're drinking in something bright and beautiful, and you're saying, I got it, I got it, I got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then they say, You got what I said. You got what I said. How wonderful. Okay, so now and I got what you said. So you see how it builds on itself. You keep adding to the sum total of the world's joy just simply by accepting it, by drinking it in, feeling it move in through your body, and then by saying it out loud if it's a prayer or however it is. And then if you're lucky enough to have a human being next to you and the human being says, I got that. I took that in. And so I acknowledge you for giving me that gift. And then, this could go on forever. Just that whole little piece. All right. And I'm going to skip to the last one, which is service and sharing. And just to acknowledge that each of you is someone who knows the joy of service and the joy of sharing joy. And I'd like, if you will, please, just to sit with that knowledge and how it gives you joy to share. And how the world is changed by your capacity to serve with joy, to share joy. From joy all beings have come. In joy all beings are sustained. To joy all beings return. This is the highest teaching. And we repeat that just for the fun of it. This is the highest teaching. So, may you know yourselves as a giver, a bringer of joy, as one who shares joy happily, one who serves with joy, cares for others through joy. Yeah. And may you have the best fun imaginable doing it. Okay. Happiness, happiness, happiness. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you, friends.